Hi guys, this is Matt Foster. I'm in the Research and Development Department at Intimidator. I've been wanting to do a walk around video of our new product. This is the new Intimidator. This is an XD4 diesel, and I want to talk about some of the selling points that we've got here on this machine. First off, you're just going to notice the overall look of it. It looks really, really good, looks only get you so far. What we've went and done was developed a side-by-side that has oversized components from the drivetrain all the way through it. And so we're going to go over some of those things. First off, you're going to notice some of the big things here. All of our Intimidators come with 14-inch wheels stock. We have 27-inch tires on the gas and diesel versions and a 26-inch tire on the electric. You can see this machine here has a mossy oak camo pattern on it. It looks really nice. One good thing about this is the pattern is actually molded inside the plastic, so it's not a film that comes over it. It's scratch resistant, and it looks really, really nice. So we'll go over different things here on the base model versus the XD4. The XD4 package comes with 27-inch journey tires with 14-inch wheels, the aluminum wheels. You get a front receiver hitch. You get 4 headlights as opposed to 2 headlights. You get a steering wheel-mounted control system where you can work your blinkers, your hazards, your headlights, and also an electric actuated dump bed, which is really nice. And that's on the XD4 package. On the base model, it's a steel wheel, but it's still a 14-inch. You get 27-inch tires, which is a black rock tire. You don't get the front receiver hitch, and it's 2 headlights. And then you have a gas-assisted dump bed. All right, we're going to talk about the driveline in all Intimidators. So one thing we're able to do, if you got a gas, diesel, electric, we're able to use pretty much the same driveline. So we start out with the Hilliard front differential, which works really good. Most of all UTVs on the market now run a Hilliard front diff, so that works out good. Then we go back to a Team Industry transmission. You have 5 gears in this transmission. It's a park, neutral, high, low, and reverse. And then you go back and we have a Team Industry rear differential. We're going to highlight that here in just a second, but it's just an enormous piece. It looks more like a pickup truck rear end, and all of those components work really good together. This particular machine, we've got a 3-cylinder, 1,000cc diesel, and it's just a beast on wheels thing. It feels like it can pull your house down. It feels like it can go anywhere. I mentioned the Team Industry transmission. One big thing about having a work machine is our low gear ratio. It's a granny low 36:1, and it is one of the best features about this machine. So if you need to pull something around, if you need to pull logs off the place, you need to hook up to a trailer and pull it around, you need to just basically do work with it. That 36:1 really makes a big difference in the power that you get in this machine. One thing you're going to notice at the rear of this machine is you can tell right here on one of the easy to see parts of our frame that this is built heavy duty materials. It's all built here in the United States. We built right here at our manufacturing facility. We painted here, so it's got a nice powder coat finish. You're going to notice this rear receiver hitch here. It takes a standard 2-inch receiver hitch. This thing is not going anywhere. It's in there good. It's built really, really strong. One thing that we did a lot of testing with the Groundhog Max, which is a food plot plow. You can stick that thing in here, you jack your machine up, put that disc in the ground, and just go all over the place. And it is pretty punishing on a rear receiver hitch, but this thing here has no problems at all handling it. It's thick material, all well developed, gusseted up. It does a really good job there. You can see the rest of it is just really, really well built. We got 1¼ A-arms here, all the way around. So I want to touch on the suspension a little bit. So it's all independent 4-wheel suspension. 1.25 A-arms all the way around with up to 10 inches of wheel travel. We have our shocks here with 4 different locators. So you can increase the angle of this shock up. Right now it's in the lowest setting. So what that gets you is the ability to haul more payload capacity. So we have up to 1,600 pounds of payload capacity on the Intimidator machines. When you're hauling that kind of extreme weight, you want to kind of kick this shock up a little bit in the stiffer setting. And also you always want to be in low gear whenever you're hauling anything. So you kick that up, you're able to haul the extreme payloads that this machine can do. Right now it's set in the lowest position, so if you're out trail riding, whatever, you have a little bit more cushion there to kind of absorb some of that terrain. If you can see from the video, we've got a good view here of our brakes. We also have 4-wheel disc brakes all the way around. So whenever you've got that kind of payload capacity, whenever you're hauling that amount of weight, or whether you're hooked up to a trailer or whatever, you need stopping power. So we have 4-wheel disc brakes. It's on a 10.25 inch automotive style rotor, which gives you a ton of stopping power, and it really comes in handy whenever you're hauling those heavy loads or pulling those trailers. One other thing, we use a automotive style wheel bearing. It's actually out of an old Honda Accord, and it's just a big, huge bearing that's in this 4-wheel bearing, and it's a really, really nice component. And again, I'll show you this, or talk to you about this rear differential. This thing here is enormous. It's again made by Team Industry. It is a huge piece. It's shown off really well here in the back, and it's just extremely durable, and as is the rest of the machine. So we're oversizing our components. We're building something to not just last through the warranty, but we're building it to last through the punishment that's going to be put through. And you can see that throughout the whole entire machine. It's all oversized components, all built, overly built, so it will last. One other thing here, these half shafts. They're really nice, big half shafts. It gives us our independent suspension here on the rear. That goes into this Team Industry rear diff. Also, if you get to looking through the machine, you'll see that our drive shafts are too. They're also really, really big, thick, oversized drive shafts, so you won't have any problems there. All right, I want to check out the bed now. We start off with, on our gas and our diesel, a steel bed, which is one of the largest beds, if not the largest bed in the industry. On our electric machines, we run start out with an aluminum bed, and then we powder coat black. So you can fit tons of stuff in here. It has either manual gas shock assisted if you're going with the base model, or you can have an electronic actuated dump bed if you're going with the XT4 model. You got an easy latch, tailgate on here. You can haul, up to 1,600 pound payload capacity, 1,200 pound cargo if you're figuring in your riders and everything. But it's a really large bed, plenty of room to stick whatever you need in there. All right, we're going to show off the cab now. One of the biggest sources of feedback we've gotten from our customers is how much they really enjoy this cab. And if you look at it, it's got this nice big plush seat in it. Got these big nice headrests. It's one of the largest cabs, if not the largest cab in the industry. Extremely comfortable, and we want to go over some of these features here. First thing here is we have this nice tilt wheel, which is one of my favorite things here. Pull it down, get it set to how you want it. You can push it up and climb right out of it, no big deal. We've got a digital and analog instrument panel. So what you'll see on this instrument panel is your speedometer is in an analog, and then on your digital you have things like your fuel levels, you have your RPMs, you have your trip meter and your miles, and you have your temperature sensors. Also, there is a digital gear indicator, and then right here is obviously your gear shifter. Has it marked really on here what gears is what, and then I'll show you here which gear you're in, which that's a handy feature too. On an XT4 package, if you can see this from the video, this is our control module that you get with the XT4 package. You got blinkers, you got high beam, low beam, you got a horn, you even have hazard lights on here. So that's part of the XT4 package, and that just puts some more of the control right there at your fingertips. You start looking here at our instrument, or actually our control gauges here. We have 2 buttons here that will really make your life unbelievably easy. A 4-wheel drive, shift on the fly 4-wheel drive, and a locking differential. You put these 2 on and you have a true 4-wheel drive. So if you're hooked up to something, you lose traction, you start breaking all 4 wheels together. So you're digging 4 individual holes, which is a true 4-wheel drive. And it's on demand. So you can use one or the other, you can use them both at the same time. This locking differential is a huge feature. It's really awesome. It'll get you out of a bind, and it's really nice. So the next button here is on your XT4 packages. It's your electronic actuated dump bed. You push it to the left, open it, push to the right to close it. On the diesel versions, have a few lights over here. One is a check engine light. You have a light over here for check and or change your air filter, and then you have an over temp light. Then we've got a 12-volt auxiliary plug, so you can plug in your cell phone charger, plug in an air tank or a little air pump right there. So anything that works off 12-volt auxiliary. And obviously, besides that, you've got your brake and your gas. That goes out saying. A couple cup holders here. We have a couple different options on our seating. So some come with a console seat in here. Some come with a couple cup holders, whatever. Another thing, on just the size of this cab, you can fit 3 grown people in this seat, or in the cab of this machine. I've had 3 guys in here, 200 plus pounds, and you can do it comfortably. You got 3-point seat belts for every rider. We don't skimp out on the middle rider. Just because you're in the middle doesn't mean you gotta have a lap belt. You got 3-point harness or 3-point seat belts all the way around. Then you got your handles here. You can also have a roof and windshields. We have those options available through Bad Dog Accessories. All right, checking out the engine compartment of this diesel machine. We got a Kohler diesel that is a 3-cylinder, 1,000 cc liquid-cooled diesel. That is a really nice machine. It's you got 1,000 cc's, and you couple that with a 36:1 low gear ratio, and that's where we're able to get the power. It's high torque. Our gas machine also is really high torque, and you couple that with this Team Industry transmission here and have that 36:1 low gear ratio, then you are talking about being able to do some serious work. We have a Cvt system that runs our gas and our diesel machines. You can't see them, but we have Cvt clutch systems. So they have been they've been a very good supplier. They make some very quality components, and the Cvt system in here is extremely nice. On this diesel machine, we've got a Cvt housing that completely seals up the entire Cvt system. And we have an air outlet hose right here, an air inlet hose over here. And in addition to that, we have a centrifugal fan inside of our clutch. So it turns and pulls air from these plenum boxes right here behind your seat into the Cvt system, and basically pushes air all the way through it, and it cools your belt and it protects your Cvt system. So you're able to get the maximum amount of horsepower out of it, so no horsepower loss there. And it also extends the life of not only your belt, but your entire clutch system, your CVT setup. Another thing you'll see in here is we have a 9-gallon plus fuel tank. You can honestly fill this thing up with diesel, and it's very difficult to run the thing out of fuel in a day's time. You would have to make it a mission to do it, and this thing gets extremely good fuel economy. And that goes with the gas machine too. They both get extremely good fuel mileage. Another thing you'll notice whenever you start this thing up is that it operates and runs pretty vibration free, considering that's a 3-cylinder diesel. So with the motor mounts and all the things that we got, rubber isolators in here, we've isolated the vibration, and you would not be able to tell this is a 3-cylinder diesel unless you just knew it. That was a challenging part of the development of this, was this part of it, but it's dialed into a point where this thing's not going to rattle your teeth out, and you're still going to get diesel power and all the things that comes with the diesel. All right, guys, want to talk about the safety features that we've got on the Intimidator. First thing is, you'll notice one of the biggest things on any UTV is the roll cage. We have 1 3/4" round tubing that is, it not only makes the machine look good, but it also is there for the main reason, and that is protection. We first started out with the crush test, so it is a certified roll cage set for up to 3,300 gross vehicle weight rating. So that covers you with fully loaded, including machine weight, rider weight, everything. So that's what you got there. Another thing that we're really proud of is that we are a ROVA certified vehicle. So we had to pass a set, basically just a bunch of different tests, and then basically have a ROVA certification. It tests for stability, for safety, and it's really a huge safety benefit. We're proud to say that we are ROVA certified. It is a voluntary thing. It's nothing anybody made us do it, but we want to make sure that if we're putting a product out on the market, that's going to be a safe one. So that's one of the things that we had as a goal, and that's one of the things that we did do. You can see we got the side nets here. It's got a really nice, easy latch off. Put it in, easy latch on. Nice little deal here. Mentioned earlier, 3-point seat belts for the entire 3 seats. So just because you have a middle rider in here doesn't mean that you have to have a lap belt. So 3-point seat belts for all 3 riders. And again, I want to say you can fit 3 people in here comfortably. It's a 3-person machine. So on our crew cabs, we don't call them a 4-seater because it's actually, you can fit 6 people in there, and it's not, 4 people and 2 kids. It's actually 6 grown people can fit in there. All right, guys, I want to invite all of y'all to check out our website. It's www.intimidatorutv.com. You can go there, and in the top right-hand corner, you can go to our Facebook page and go to our YouTube page. Obviously on YouTube, we got some different videos of our machines. On our Facebook page, you can go on there, follow us, and keep up with what's going on here in the shop day to day. Have giveaways there. We have different things going on there, updating on new projects coming up or new projects being completed. Also on our website, you can find the dealer that's nearest you. So go on there, check it out, find the dealer, Intimidator dealer closest to you, and go and see the Intimidator in person. Also, if you're in an area that does not have an Intimidator dealer, contact your local dealer that has UTVs, tell them you're interested in Intimidator and have them contact us, and we'll be happy to have someone talk to them, try and get some product out there in your area.